again. In this occasion, we're gonna continue with the project of Jonas Chronicles. I will be honest to you, and it is that we are supposed to continue only on the structure of the project. If you feel that I am moving kind of slow, I will tell you the truth. We are doing a lot of things, so don't feel like that. And being honest, also, I would love you to go to wattpad.com and to read one of my books that is called um, uh, A Developer and Hacker, but Affected. Because sadly, I am a developer and hacker that in this time people does not know how to accept. It's like a cat. Let's see. There are people that hates cats, but they think that everybody is supposed to hate cats. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Everyone is with the right or is supposed to have the rights to choose whatever they want. Uh, in my case, being honest, I like dogs and also I like cats, being honest, but I don't have like this preference to any of those. Um, but there are people that they prefer cats instead of dogs, and there are people that prefer dogs instead of cats, and they think that everyone should be like them. And that I'm going to be honest to you. With the time, there are going to be people that are going to be maybe together that they will have like a certain compatibility between them and they will live together and that's okay. And being honest, God, Jesus Christ, when you follow him, he kind of make that possible. You just get birth and you usually get birth close to people that have similar culture that you have almost always. At least a very very good amount of your culture is close to where you were birthed or born or you got birth. And what I'm trying to say is that we should not be too attached to something, but we should know what we are going to do with what we have to do. I mean, if we have a project that maybe is not on our list of things that we like to do, for example, a project that is about I don't know sprites. You know what is sprites? These colas that are to drink. I don't usually drink Coca-Cola, for example, or Cola Real, or Sprite, or Pepsi. I don't usually drink those things. But I will be honest to you, if someone gives me a project about it, uh, I am not going to say no because that is not alcohol itself. If it is alcohol, being honest, I have had like two customers and I have said no. Clearly, I have said no. They have said, but what I have to do or what I have to give you, and I have said no, no, sorry, I don't do those kind of websites. If you want, I can give you an advice. If you want, I can listen to you, but I don't do the website for you. I can do the website for you. And this is not because of uh, something that I like or no, 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 no. It's not something about preferences. It's something about believing. I think that if Jesus Christ said that the alcohol is not good, then I will remain with the advice. I prefer to follow good advices rather than to pay the consequences. But I am not a fanatic. That's why I said that. For example, even I got once time in my life, I got an employment making a website to an enterprise making colas, and I was making a very important application in there, and I finished it. What I want to say is simple. Don't be a fanatic, but if you have a principle that you know that is good, please don't break it. Just keep it. And we're gonna just do the same right now. We're gonna go to the Jira and Slack that we got yesterday. We got the Slack application yesterday. We're gonna open it, and we're going to go to the Jira dashboard that we got. Here, we're gonna open Jira, and we're going to say that we're going to go to Jonas Chronicles. You go to here to the home, and here I will hit on here, and it will redirect me directly to the first task. Okay? And the first task is to make the structure to Jonas Chronicles better. Now, how can we do this? I'm going to save time. Let me, you know, maybe later because I have done that before. That was asking me if I would like to see what is Slack for. I mean, sorry, Jira, how it works. I'm going to open Git Bash, and on Git Bash, I'm going to open this. I'm going to be honest to you. I'm going to create a list of things. Um, I'm going to say that I would like to create a list, and first thing is to create a new repository. To copy the structure that might be needed. To check what could be improved. To push the changes. As simple as that. Just those four tasks. It's going to be this uh, first stage better. And let's just make this. Let's go to GitHub. I'm going to tell you the truth. If GitLab were as fun on the interface as it is GitHub, I would be using GitLab instead of GitHub. But the interface of GitHub for me is kind of cool, being honest. I mean, the cat and everything. So the name I don't like. I don't like this name because of the hub part here. And I am a very experimented and old person to tell you the why. I am not going to tell you. I have left that thing that many people will understand many years ago, and I hope in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, my God, that it will never even come close to me again. What I'm going to do is to create Jonas Chronicles here, and I will say Jonas Chronicles just like that. And I'm going to say questionnaire app. Uh, let's put like a fast questionnaire app applying. Oops, I hit an enter without. Oh, by mistake. Sorry. Well, what I'm going to do is just to hit copy on here, and I'm going to go down, and I'm going to say git clone paste enter. Now I'm going to go cd Jonas Chronicles, and I'm going to say that I would like to add a readme. It is, for example, touch readme.md code readme md, and I'm going to say that in the readme I would like to have a description of what the project is. Description. 3. Being honest, we don't have to make like a list, but we can say, for example, first is questionnaire app with SCRUM methodology. And stretch out, open up. When I say stretch out, it means that it is not restricted. I mean, it's not like a restricted timeline application. Um, Oriented goal to goals, and let's see, oriented on learning. Let's put, for example, here 50% and in here 50%. As simple as that. Now I'm going to say git add, git commit, readme is added to the repository. Sorry. And now git push. And now let's go. You see this here? Let's put it down and let's update here. And you will see that in the description we have everything that I wrote down. I'm going to go here, and here I could say that I have the first task done. That's amazing. Now let's copy the structure that might be needed. What is the structure that might be needed? Well, the structure that we had in the other project that is called Crónicas de Jonás in Spanish. And in that we're gonna go code that, and let's just copy the let's close here really fast, and let's go here, and you see this folder. Let's open it. Just select the folder, and I'm going to create the same structure that is here because it is MVC. Okay. But I will tell you, actually, I can create it easier, but I won't complicate my life. Let's just create it as I would do it without, for example, without includes. Because the includes, being honest, I put it on the public, and let's see, the views is okay. So let's just create, for example, models. Let's create another folder, and it's going to be controllers. Let's create another directory, and it's going to be views. And that is like the structure. Model views controller. Now there is two folders that are usually, being honest, you can put them on the views, and they are the public, and also on the views you can add the assets, which is the same as includes. Okay, even though you don't see it, it will be it will be same. You will see it, for example, let's see. Oh, it is not here, which is weird because maybe they took it as includes, but it is the same. So as I told you, views has public and has assets. And in the public, you can do both things in the same that you could even make public exactly the public folder to public the app, or you can public the app on the root directory. And being honest, both options are acceptable. It's not like it's not a great deal. Being honest, it's not a problem. So just let's close this here. I would not like to have the GitHub Copilot open. Um, where can I close this? Okay, here it is closed now. Okay, there it is. Now, as you can see, this has the structure that I want. I would like to add, for example, a new file. Sorry, a new file, That is going to be, for example, git ignore. And the git ignore will have this that we have here. Um, for example, and also it can have, for example, every every file that ends with the extension bb. It means that all the files that are from the database are gonna be ignored. But being honest, that is not exactly convenient at the beginning, but it is also convenient because if we by mistake upload the database to our repository, that is not going to be something good. So let's just leave it like that. And let's see what else. Let's create the index HTML by the moment, or it can be an index PHP by the way, just to have it right there, just available. You see this price basement? This is just like an structure of how I could accomplish what I want. Remember that this app is connected with is going to be connected with an API that is I'm going to show it to you in some minutes. First, let's just make sure that we have everything. I will show it to you. Look, model view controller, model view controller. That's it. Git ignore, index. Now the login is not there because we are not working in that yet. And also, being honest, the login and the register should not be exactly in the root directory, but on the views and maybe on the public, and the public connected to the controllers and the controllers to the model. Remember that always. Here will be only the index.html. Sorry, that PHP. Being honest, this version is going to be much professional than the other, but the sad part is that it's going to take us relatively more time. Remember, relatively. When I say relatively, it means that in the eyes of some people, it is going to take more time, but for others, this time is going to be more quality time. And I like that as I am learning more, you will also learn with me. Remember that humbleness is like a requirement for greatness. Well, at least that's something that Jesus Christ taught me, and some people do not accept it, but at least not in the inside. But sooner or later, if they are gonna become great, they should accept it because humbleness is what helps you to understand that when you can't go further, it means that maybe you should just bow down and pray. For example, you understand? Or bow down and say to Jesus again, Jesus, please, you show me the way because I can't see it. Or something like that. Let's see what else is missing. Oh, yes, I told you that I would show you something. What was that? Mm, it was the, let's see. Um, oh, the API that we're gonna use to connect the application. Okay, here we have checked what we can improve. Also, we copy the structure. Let's push the changes, and then I'm gonna show you the API. Git status, sorry, city Jonas Chronicles, git status, git add, git commit, and let's say structure of the project, git push origin. And let's see something because I think that it is going to add only one file, and I don't want that. Yes, it just added one file, and for us to accomplish that, it adds also everything that we need. Let's create an index on every um, you would say, but Reina, why I index? Well, I'm going to create. It is that it is going to save us time, okay? And also index as it is more um, traditional than, for example, putting, for example, like this. Let me show you. You could put instead of index, you could put this name to this. You could put app.php. But I will tell you the truth. This is just complicated. The truth is that it is better to go for the simplicity, as I told you before. If you go for the simplicity, it is going to help you. Index also here, and you see the public here. Let's say that in the public, instead of the index, we would like to have an image. Let's look for, or let's say, for example, that we would like to have this folder here. You see this JS? Let's copy it and put it on assets, for example. And also the CSS. No, the CSS no. Let's go to views. No. Includes. No. There is a logo that I would like to add, but I don't find it. That is curious that it's not here, the logo, you know. So it means that maybe the logo, or we didn't do it, we didn't create it, the logo itself or something like that. I mean, it is not an image, but just a test. In that case, you see the public, what I'm going to do is just to try to put something, for example, it can be main that is CSS, and in here we're going to put a basic reset. Basic reset. And the basic reset is just this. Margin 0, padding 0. That is the basic reset. Believing or no, that is the basic reset. We can download the basic reset. We will do it in the next video, but by the moment this is more than enough. Okay. So let's go again. Git status, and now you can see that the three folders are available to be pushed. Now let's git add, git commit. Now look, that is good to prevent rather than to lament. PSD, Jesus Christ, and Reno. And we get push origin master. That was a phrase that he gave me. And being honest, I like it. It was not exactly like that, but I understand him in a very, very, very deep way, because he's like that. I like how he teaches because he loves us and he wants the best for us, even though we don't, we sometimes underestimate just a phrase from him. So let's just see here. And by the way, I'm not saying that I am homosexual. I hate when someone says so, but if you say so, you will pay the consequences because it is written you should not judge. Okay, the app that we're gonna link is this one, Bible U version API, and I will show you the API, and it says that it is not for general use. Um, but I think that I got another API from, let me see, it was not from the Bible. Let's see, from where was that I got it? Um, let's put Holy Scriptures API. Being honest, I was able to use Bible API even though it didn't have like open API to be used. This one has the capability of being used. Bible Gateway. And we can use it. But I will tell you the truth, and is that this API seems to be very simple. So if we change in the transcourse or in the process of the project from API, don't find it weird. It means that maybe this API is kind of too simple. But as I can see here, it is not going to be difficult to use. So let's just try. And that's it. See you in the next video. Let's just go to the task that we got on here on Jonas Chronicles, and we can put this task as done. We can mark it as done. Um, we put it on here and done, and that's it. Now we will have a new task, and it will be, for example, um, to make the basic root and login to the app. And we will put, for example, a timeline, and the timeline is going to be an sprint of 2 weeks. But yes, 2 weeks. It is going to be 3 of August. By the way, my birthday is 2 of August. So we can place that also even on process. And why? Because I know how to do it, and I have like the knowledge and all those things. Also, um, we will have like also subtasks that are going to be added on here. Let's place, make a click on here, and we can add subtasks to this, and we can say that um, we would like to add a new task. Yes, subtask, and the subtask is going to be, for example, to create the whole object oriented framework, let's say. Do you remember that in the last videos I have been showing you how to create your own framework? Even though I am not super organized on my videos, I was doing so. In this case, we're going to go straight forward to that. That is going to be, for example, first week. It means the coming 5 days. And let's say that we would like to have also to create the whole login and registration process. And the whole task, if I am not wrong, is just those two tasks. After we make the login and registration, and the object-oriented project process is just to add a new question, just CRUD to add, delete, edit, and remove questions. And that's it. But here in this CRUD, let's try to make this a subtask from this one. Let's see if we can do that. Well, being honest, we can't. So let's just add this task. To see this task of the CRUD, let's put it on first place. And let's say that this task is supposed to be done on the half of this week. That is going to push us to finish the app faster. Okay? If we make the code, we can, after making it, we can adjust it to the object-oriented framework that we have, and that will work all right. So let's put here that the priority is highest, and the labels is, for example, urgent. And due date will be, let's say, just Friday. Um, it will start tomorrow at 7 a.m. and the word description is going to be, for example, to make group of questions that are important and difficult from the Holy Scriptures. And let's take this off from here. Oops, we are missing something. 1 week. Yes, that is. And that's it. We can start just with that task, and having in mind that that task is going to be due until a certain date. So we're gonna take like a capture of it, and we can save it on a special notepad or even on a Slack. We can go to our chat and place it on the, sorry, we can place on here the image just like as a reminder of what we have to do. And that's it. That is everything. What else I am? Oh, this is really loud. No, thank you. I don't want to read it out loud. Thank you. Okay. What I'm going to do is super simple. I think that we have finished. Just see what I'm missing. Nothing else. Well, that was everything. I hope that you have liked this video. If you want to see me, you will be able to. Let me show the camera. No, I won't show it. You will see me in another moment. Maybe. Right now, I have a franela that I don't like. Franela is like a. Let me show it to you. Franela. Franela is something that you use. Um, this, and I don't like to use it very often, but today the weather was kind of weird. That's why I'm using it. So see you in the next video. Remember that Jesus Christ loves you much more than what you could ever imagine.